You hear that?
We'll just need the Bifrost in the head. Brock, do the touching.
Oh, this would be the part requiring my assistance then.
You said it. This device here has been crafted to your measurements. It'll help you get a better look at the problem with those Bifrost eyes of yours.
So, do I control this thing somehow then?
Oh, no. This is just to hold you in place while we shine this light in your eyes.
Oh, Cindy, you sodding bastard!
Open! Open now! I was really hoping not to use the eyelid clamps.
Do it! Oh!
That's it! That's it! Good! Now, release!
Still unpleasant.
Oh, that's our cue. Come on, hurry!
I'm coming!
Grassful eggs, man. What was that for?
You'll see soon enough. Just there. That should do it. See? No permanent damage.
I'll show you permanent damage, you wee fuck! Kratos! Throw me at him! Horns first!
Case you takes a joke, you old goat.
Father, come get Mimir and let's go.
The Bifrost is broken.
Now that we've reconfigured these gateways to use Yggdrasil seeds, you won't need a travel table or a Bifrost lamp anymore.
I also used it for light.
Okay, good note. I'll figure something out, but first, come on, let me show you how it works. Okay, aim your key at the rune for Svartalfheim on the right, then concentrate. To get to any of those realms, you'll need a seed for them. This should take you to the wetlands outside Nidavellir City. Just make your way to the town square and ask for Durlin at the tavern.
You sure they'll know him at the tavern?
Durlin's always been an inveterate inebriate. I suppose he might have completely changed, but in my experience,
Did you want to come with us?
Oh, I might drop in, but the wetlands are moist. And the Grim are everywhere. Hostile, slimy, foul-smelling creatures. But good luck!
Thanks. Wait, what?
I said good luck!
do remember we don't have the Unity Stone to let us jump off, right?
Of course he remembers. Right, brother?
Of course I remember.
Whoa, do you feel that?
What's that, lad?
Anything, everything. It's warm. We can probably use this boat, if I can just get it free.
Careful, lad.
Ah! Ah! Why are these things so fast? On your right!
Behind you, watch out!
Rich! Left foot!
Behind you!
I see we're already off to a lively start.
Atreus, you dropped your guard.
I got the boat free, though. We can head through these channels when you're ready.
But she stabbed her. Stabbed her. OG.
I still can't believe Mom led a whole rebellion against Odin and never talked about it.
The fact that it didn't go well might have helped that notion.
What your mother did before we met was her business.
Did you ever ask?
She driving crazy.
Eyes on the water. There are resources.
Who do y'all think stabbed? Like y'all not being serious right now?
If you never asked Mom about what she used to do, what did you talk about when you met? Like, did you just say,
Who y'all think was stabbed?
God,
I just
I will
literally
go to catch fish in the river, and then leave for 5 days?
No.
When the girl wanted to bring it back, the big girl already knew what she chest, like she's blood is like literally dripping down her chest. And she was like, her adrenaline running so bad she can't even feel it. We go already. We go. I ain't gonna lie, I underestimated the skinny girl OD. I underestimated her. She got oh, she feeling it. I gotta oh, I just did a cone. I just did a fucking cone. Oh shit. I just did a cone, y'all. She got stabbed in her chest and her arm. I should never gave that girl her card. She had like a little knife on her hand. That's why you couldn't really tell that she had a knife on her hand. I should never gave that bitch her card. But she quit had that knife on her nose. Cause I didn't tell her she would after everything I said they shot the gun. But that means she quit had that shit on her. One person? Look at that. When the girl asked, we asked her, did you want to fight? And the girl said, yes, she was going to stab you. She could have just left that shit where it was. Bro, when he saw that gun, I said, oh my god. It had to be fucking you. That's how I said no. No. Not opening the trunk. I'm pretty sure we got no tools I care about. Therefore, he would have went to jail.
That wheel is blocking the channel.
I imagine if you can turn it, we should be able to get through.
So these are wetlands, huh?
Y'all seen the cops
Pretty
over here?
accurate.
It is a bog.
I said, we all going now.
The smell is making my eyes burn.
You know, it is a fair bit more potent than when I last visited, now that you mention it.
Looks like the path continues on the other side of that geyser.
There should be a Luna. Her face is clogged.
If only we were in Midgard. That water would be frozen in a second.
Brother, you think freezing it would work?
What is the extraction?
leave everybody standing on the lot.
Y'all do know she can't be seen nowhere else. It's quiet for her, like no cap.
We was legit sitting on the lot the whole entire time. And when she was
Where the fuck did she get the knife?
I guess we just came back to talk with a 5-minute break.
it was like the only time she even told Dad, and Tay was on the lot. She was like, if you spit on me, then I was like, so she didn't spit, so what you like about it?
Like she didn't spit on me. Cause she got beat the fuck up on the lot.
They was fucked. Her face, hey, her face fucked.
Yo, oh, my heart rate. I told her that you had my heart rate.
Bitches be embarrassing as fuck these days. Watch your assholes, huh? All these bitches know how to do is get drunk and fight and fuck. Get drunk, fight, and fuck and talk shit. These hoes turn out. Start dating white hoes or something.
On the planet as far as we know.
What is that third?
They are the most toxic snake drop for drop in Africa. Of course, they're not the most dangerous because the fangs on this snake are on the very back of the mouth. But they can open up that jaw extremely wide to fight. They don't necessarily have to chew, although it definitely helps if they do inject that very beautiful snake. We're going to have to set up a much bigger cage because he's a much bigger snake than I originally anticipated. Absolutely lovely eyes. Keep your heart healthy beyond.
This is the reason why this cartoon was banned from production.
After a cold open, the theme song starts off each episode, and there is a lot to see in these 40 seconds. The visuals are stunning and colorful, and the theme song itself is nothing short of awesome. But a keen eye and ear might pick up some interesting things. For instance, in one shot,
was a
you
friend
see
to
a
the Giants.
presumably
I wonder if he and Mom ever met.
but just for
If he was a part of the
one
rebellion.
frame. And he was deciding to blink during
God
the
of
intro
War often
for
advocated for the Giants.
We're also
Although
shown
I
a
don't
smattering
recall
of
if he ever declared
Polaroids, which have
allegiance to
plenty
right.
of familiar faces, such as Blandon
Come on.
Blandon,
There's gotta
the
be a
summer
faster way to get
trickster,
down there.
and the giant pterodactyl that we saw towards the end. So if they commit to these images like they have thus far, it looks like we can expect some pretty interesting storylines down the road. But it's not until the very end of the opening that we're given the two most crucial secrets. Listen carefully as the music wraps up. Did you hear it? It's a whisper that seems to say, I'm still here. Check it out again. But played backwards, it actually says 3 letters back. But why are they telling us that? Well, at the end of each episode, there's a coded message or cryptogram plainly displayed. But how do you crack it? Well, 3 letters back is your start. It references the Caesar cipher, which looks a little something like this. This can be used to decode the credits messages. Throughout the season, they've circulated through various ciphers to decode these credits messages, among others that are found inside the show. The credits messages are nothing major and mostly just fun Easter eggs, but these ciphers can be used to dig up some bigger mysteries. Which brings me back to the end of the opening sequence. Just after we hear the reverse message, we are flashed with this. What was that?
I said broke niggas always got something to say.
You know me? How you know I'm broke?
You live here, don't you?
You here too, bitch. Bitches be good.
Unconditional love. Talking about the stuff that don't hit. You know, man. Thanks for all these crazy days, these crazy nights. Whether you wrong or you right, your motherfucker still love you, still here, I'm gonna be there for you. No matter what. Come listen to my truest thoughts, my truest feelings on my peers doing years beyond drug dealing. How many caskets can we witness before we see it's hard to live this life without God? So we must ask forgiveness. Ask Mama why I got this nerve to die. Witness the tears falling from my eyes before she could reply. For people born without a silver spoon, my broken down TV show cartoons in my living room. One day I hope to make it a player in this game. Mama, don't cry long as we try. Maybe things change. Perhaps it's just a fantasy. A life where we don't need no welfare and share with our own family. Maybe it's me that caused it, the fighting.
Yeah, go on.
You want nugget?
Yeah, eat that. Yeah, I was zooming on your face. Yeah. Wow.
Why on earth is this delivery man throwing food at his customer?
Wow.
Come on upstairs. Are you a fool?
And why is he eating another customer's food?
Did you just eat my chip? And he just threw a chip in my garden. What are you doing?
Who is wrong, the driver or the customer?
You got one job. One job, mate.
But before you jump to any conclusions, I present you the full story.
Hello.
Can you come and collect your food?
Can you come and bring it up?
No, I can't. Can you come and collect it, please?
No, I need you to bring it up, please, because it's cold.
COVID guidelines. I can't come. COVID guidelines.
Yeah, but I'm cold, though. Everyone's been putting it up there.
I don't care. I'm not everyone. Can you see the badge? Can you see the badge? I'm professional.
You're no different, darling. I need my food upstairs, please.
Is she wrong for not understanding that he is just trying to follow the rules?
I'm not going downstairs, darling. No, I'm not going downstairs. No,
bitch food too.
But when no amount of reasoning works, is the driver wrong for actually...
You're not getting... Yeah, eat that. Yeah, I'm zooming on your face. Yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah? Wow. You can't do your job right. I'm professional. I ate your food. What are you going to do? Do your job. It's your job. You got one job. One job, mate. Can you imagine? Barry said, can you imagine? Just tell her. She's very silly. Very silly. Very silly woman. Bye.
It's quite possible that many people watching will say it is the delivery driver who messed up, but Britain's bravest delivery driver did not stop there. Let's see, what did he eat with another customer?
Where are you going? It's my food. Okay. When I want to go. How long I love you was something for 25 minutes. I'm sorry, man. I didn't hit the doorbell and I was English.
His company has a 7-minute wait policy. Is the customer wrong for making him wait 25 minutes?
Yeah.
I was English. But Connie, just give me my food now. What do you mean you cancelled the order? Yeah, but I paid for it. It doesn't belong to you, my friend. It belongs to me. But I paid for it. I don't care. 25 minutes. Am I a fool? But I was English.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Go away. Go. Don't touch me. Go away. Hairy arm. Oh. Come from the other direction. Go away. No, we don't want you here. Go away. He thinks it's hilarious. What's that? What did I don't understand the pronoun.
Foreign country's crazy. I would have slapped her.
Coming from the other side, I think.
She trying to rape him for his money. Yo, it's nasty.
Just asking for money for what? For nothing? To not get hassled. Give me money or I'll hassle you. I'll touch you.
So I was at this time place recently to get my money, and when I got there, he was like, "Oh, did you wait for like 10, 15 minutes?" I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "There's some people over, these guys. They have their own gangs. So anytime you get married in India, they'll come to your place and they'll start asking for money."
And if you don't want
they start stripping and dancing and that.
Oh, just ruining your day, actually.
And it's a big thing in India. Like people have their reputation and stuff. So
they just want rid of them. Yeah, so they'll pay them to go away. So that's what that person was trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
But they were asking for 150,000 rupees from them.
What?
Just because they got married.
That's mental.
They're like, yeah, but there's like 20 of us. We have to take care of our people, so you guys need to pay. They're like, we're not going to pay. They gave him 20,000 rupees.
Bloody hell.
Which is still a lot to me. But they were asking for 150,000. One of them even started stripping, taking their clothes off.
It's disgusting.
And they were like, yeah, it's pretty insane. That's what they do. That's their ultimate weapon, is like stripping. Yeah, you gotta take a look at this now.
You go away. You go away. Stop hassling us. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. No, we don't want anything. No, thank you. 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 Go find someone else, please.
That's sad.
Okay.
That's how these girls in America is, though. They sucking dick for it. Fucking random niggas.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people in the comments are like, oh, they're so fair, why don't you give them money? Oh, the cute little girl and stuff. But you're just basically encouraging. They might not even be her little girl, right? They're like these gangs and they take kids and just use them for. Because people pity them, right? So they use that. They use the fact that people pity them to just like store money out of them, like at places like this. And it's just not good. You're just keeping that kid out of school or.
The kids end up buying drugs and stuff with the money, like cheap drugs, so it's never a good idea.
I'm trying to figure out what that other thing is.
They collect the money, give them to whoever is in charge, like
most of the gang or whatever. It's not going to beat that little girl or whatever.
Guess I gotta go over there.
Oh yeah, but I'd put. I'd give them it.
But you would see a lot of times they would say no to food because they just want money. That's how you put it.
122 means clean water for our kids and our grandkids.
Fixing our playgrounds? I'm a yes on 22.
State law secures the money for us, keeps it out of the hands of politicians.
Get the job done.
What's your name?
Fuck. Man, a nigga about to doubt this bitch. Got me.
Convicted criminal and music executive Suge Knight.
Shit.
Shared online that a real-life purge will have. Oh God, please!
October.
In 2023, Diaz once took over the internet for saying
Ain't
some
no
of these
purge.
predictions.
It's almost over. October almost over.
Months ago, he predicted that the summer of 2023 will be one of the hottest summers that will ever exist on Earth. Ouch. It really was. Weeks after he posted that online, news outlets shared that it indeed was one of the hottest summers people have ever experienced. Some users even uploaded videos of their experience on TikTok like this.
For breakfast, I'm going to try to fry an egg.
It's currently 9 a.m. See how long this takes. This might not be. And on November 30th, the TikToker is claiming that Hawaii will be drowning from massive floods and will potentially destroy the home, which ended up causing trillions of dollars in damage and displacing thousands of its citizens. February 2024, there was a giant tornado that beat up all of Texas. While many disregarded him, saying that he's all fake, more were terrified, saying that if he's right, then it truly is the end of the world. Eno Alaric is a self-proclaimed time traveler who has been warning humanity about the possible events Earth might face in the succeeding years. In one of his recent posts, he shared how the sky will turn into a deep state of violet for 2 minutes, and then the phenomenon will later become a flash violet. He also indicated that people will be playing for days because of it. While scientists try to look for its cause, it's only getting worse by the day. Many perfectly site really caught the attention of many who were sent to know by the bird very soon in October of this year. Like in Paris, like Christmas time. During that time, people were whatever they wanted. People are now in a frenzy online, with some saying that people should not listen to him, especially when not all of his predictions came true. And with many thinking about how it would be outside if it really happens, especially when one of the states in the U.S. has already started implementing this. This didn't only cause alarm among citizens, but also people were terrified that one of the but despite all this happening, some still chose to wait until that happens. Or panicking just because of a prediction. How about you? You already feel it coming.
It's stuff that had nothing to do with you.
Like what?
When it comes about me. When you were doing that whole food stamp stuff that was a lie on me. But anyway.
No, that was somebody who came to my panel wanted to talk about you. I didn't involve them. I gave them a platform to talk on. I gave them a platform to talk on. There's a difference. See, I didn't go and search, and I didn't listen. I didn't go and say, hey, anybody got any news on Yaima? Anybody want to talk about Yaima? No, sis, I didn't do that. It was on my platform, and it came to me. And I gave them a platform to talk on, period. Whether it's true or not, I never said whether it was or wasn't.
All right, that ain't about nothing. It's not.
I didn't make my own opinion.
When I came on here, right, is because yesterday was the first time that I've ever heard you admit out of your mouth that you were around Ivan when he was 6. Right?
Okay. I don't care if you heard it before, but everybody else heard it.
There's gotta be some way to turn the wheel.
No, that's not the first time I admitted it. See, there you go, Peyton. No. Because you're painting a narrative that's not real. No.
I'm not painting no narrative. I'm just saying.
That's not the truth. I've said it many times. Hold on.
out off of getting stamps and sparkle flame. With all the mining here, the land's bound to be a wee bit
Hold
bothered.
on, I don't care if you were done. You're not gonna
I thought bitches know how to do is argue.
I'm not letting you slide, period.
How am I painting a narrative?
Since Rome 21, people, anybody in the comment section, this video is Rome 21, this is old news. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Ben said it. My story ain't never changed.
That was.
Think you can
The
make the
same
wheel
thing
from
you
here?
just said, I said. My
You
story ain't never
never
changed.
stated that you were around Ivan Nick.
No, I said he wasn't. I said he wasn't the nephew.
That Ivan was in that wedding. You stated
Yes,
the
I have.
opposite. You will
Yes, I
argue
have.
with everybody.
No, they were
Ivan was
calling.
not at the
Listen.
wedding.
Learn to
Unless you
listen.
said
Learn
Ivan
to
was not
listen.
at the wedding.
Learn to listen. Learn to listen.
No,
I said
you're
it.
not listening.
No,
You're not even
listen.
heard right now.
No females ever listen.
I don't care. To tell
You
you the
were
truth.
with that.
I really
Okay,
don't
so
care.
let me finish.
No, I'm not gonna let you finish nothing. I'm gonna say what it is.
The children in
Okay,
you
this is when you get muted. This is when you get muted. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not listening. Once again, no, you're not gonna be able. You're not gonna come up here. You're not gonna come up here and not let me speak on my platform. This is mine, not yours. No, I'm trying not to mute you. So either you're gonna let me say what I'm saying, or you're gonna step down. Because I don't have to clarify not a fucking thing. And you're nobody. Nobody.
Right,
So anyway, like I said, so be quiet so I can talk. So like I said, everybody kept saying that he was his nephew. And he was in the wedding. I said, no, his nephew was not in the wedding. No, he's not his nephew. I kept saying that his nephew was not there. Is what I said.
Okay. Now,
Okay?
you never said
So
that to me
y'all
last year,
mix
'cause
the
I
view.
didn't say nephew.
Y'all mix it. Y'all
I
mix it.
actually said
I don't care.
Ivan last year, and you said Ivan was not at the wedding. I never said nephew. I said Ivan.
Which wedding? Which
I
one?
said Ivan was at your wedding, and he was the ring man. And you was
No,
like,
he wasn't the
Ivan
ring
was
man.
not a part of my wedding.
Once again,
Ivan was
he
not
was
a
not
part
the
of my
ring man.
wedding.
He was not the ring man.
So, yesterday you admitted
My story
that
ain't
he
never
was a
changed.
part of your wedding.
I admitted it years ago too.
Okay. So,
He
my
was.
next answer.
He was.
You never had a children and youth case.
What the fuck is a children and youth case?
No one ever called child services, protective services because of Ivan and you?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay. So, and anyway, now you're saying this.
I said that years ago too.
No, you
I
did
said
not.
that years ago. Yes, I did. Yaima, just because you haven't never heard it. Yaima.
Stop talking about
No, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. I'm not gonna stop talking about it because I'm saying it. And I don't have to keep clarifying. I don't have to keep defending myself, Yaima.
I'm here telling you what I asked you last year. Everything you denied last year.
I'm gonna stop yelling because it doesn't do any good.
Yeah, like there's no reason for you to yell, baby. The truth doesn't need yelling and defending, right?
Yaima, listen. Listen, see, you're still talking. You trying to talk? Yaima, this is why you get muted because you let nobody else talk.
You don't let me talk.
Yaima, you're not going to paint a narrative about me. I'm not letting you do that.
I'm not painting a narrative. I'm asking you to talk.
Yaima, I've already said it. Listen. First of all, I don't have to answer you nothing. I don't have to answer you.
You don't, and I appreciate
You're not the
you
police.
answering.
You're not the
And I
police.
appreciate it.
Listen, Yaima. Shut up, then. Damn. That's why I don't talk to you. Because your ass don't shut up.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, no, you're Linda, bitch. You're Linda.
Go ahead, man.
So, like I said, I don't owe anybody an explanation at all. So, I don't care if you heard it, didn't hear it, whatever, it doesn't matter. I owe nobody an explanation about anything I've done or haven't done in my life. Period. I don't. Let me finish. I'm not done talking. So, the only people that I had to explain to was the police and CPS. I did that. No case file, no nothing. I was never incarcerated. I was never pulled in.
I was getting to that.
No, No, I don't care. I know. I'm still talking. I don't need you to tell my story for me. I can tell it for myself. I don't care. It's not your story to tell. It's not your story to tell. So you don't get to tell my story. Period. You don't get to. You don't get to tell my story.
I'm asking you.
CPS, I don't care. Listen, I don't have to answer not a fucking thing. Period. Nothing.
All right.
So either I'm gonna tell it the way I want to tell it, or you can get the hell up out of here. Period. Because I don't have to keep defending myself.
Answering it the way you want to answer.
I don't have to keep.
Questions.
And then be quiet when I'm talking.
So I can ask you my next
question? No, I'm not. If I'm still talking, I'm obviously not done. So be quiet and wait. Don't you got your questions written down? You're not gonna forget them. So wait till I'm all the way done and I'll say I'm done. And then you can answer me the next question.
All right.
Or you cannot ask me anything and you can get the hell up off here. Because I don't owe you no explanation. Period. I don't have to keep defending myself for 9 years about the same thing. I don't have to do that. Period. He already said he was 18. Now all of a sudden he's mad and said he wasn't. Okay, cool, whatever. Everybody done said it. Case, look, CPS came, blah, 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 question, boom, case closed. Boom.
All right. Well, we're there. So when CPS came, right, were you pregnant at the time?
Was what?
Was you pregnant at the time? Is it a fact? Is it
Wait a minute. Wait. Pause.
Is it true or false? When children and youth got involved, were you pregnant at the time?
No. I was not
you weren't pregnant at the time, and depending on the DNA result, because they just wanted to know if it was Ivan's baby, right? We know Ivan was the
Hold on. Stop, pause. See, there you go, running with a narrative, trying to put fake news out. There we go again.
Hey, it's
you asked me a
You
question.
could either say, no, that didn't happen. It happened
you can be quiet, and you can ask a question and not try to paint a narrative, too, but you don't do that. So, therefore, here's my answer. Be quiet and let me answer. I absolutely was not pregnant at all. At all.
So when did you get pregnant to Ivan?
I'm not done talking. I'm pregnant, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. You said you and Ivan lost the baby, right or wrong?
Multiple ones throughout my relationship.
Okay, so can you tell me when was at least the first pregnancy?
The first one, I don't know. I got ultrasounds though. I have to look it up.
So I mean, all right. So I guess we could go with that. Whenever you find the first.
These hoes do be lying about their pregnancies and shit, and who they pregnant by. And these hoes be smoking and drinking while they pregnant.
I don't have to prove that shit either. Are you crazy?
That's why I be scared, bro.
And Ivan lived with you at the time of the children and youth case, correct?
Absolutely not. Nope.
He didn't live with you.
Sure didn't.
So it was sure didn't. All right. So it was only when his mom went to prison and that was it.
Yeah.
While he was underage.
Yeah, it wasn't that long though. It was right before she got out.
Okay. And then one last but not least, when you and Ivan, when you were getting married, Ivan was staying with you then when you were getting married?
Yeah.
Okay. So he did stay there. All right. Well, that was it. No, it was just the fact that you admitted it yesterday.
I've been admitted it. I've been said that. I didn't say nothing about seeing him. See, there you go again. I was not seeing him. I never said I talked to him while he was underage. I never said I was talking to him.
You don't want none of them to know that.
See, once again, there you go. There you go. There you go right with your narrative.
It's not a narrative. These are facts.
I never said I was talking to him when he was underage. Never did I ever say that.
Hey,
never.
Never.
That never happened. That never happened.
Finally stated.
No, I didn't finally state anything. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You could do the run around with
There you go.
Ain't no listen. Ain't no run around with nothing. Ain't no run around with nothing. I said what I said, and I've been saying it.
What's up
I
there?
denied that he was his nephew. I denied that he was his nephew.
Oh, I did not notice that.
No, you're a liar. No, I did not. No, I did not.
I noticed that.
Everything you said.
Believe what you want to believe.
This is why it's all coming back.
Believe what you want to believe.
It's not about what I want to believe. It's about what the fact is.
You would have known I was expecting. Goofy, you liar. You're lying. You're lying. I wasn't pregnant. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
got rid of the baby.
No, I wasn't. No, I
got rid of the baby.
No, I didn't.
That's sad.
No, I didn't. I will.
Sue me if I'm lying.
I will. I will. I will. I will. Let me get some money to sue you. You don't got no money.
You know it's so bad.
No money to take.
If you were lying, you wouldn't even need no money, baby.
Alright, I'm tired of listening to that. There's too much negative drama.
One item might just save your life. You'd probably want to save this advice. It's all completely based on this photo. This was taken by Mary Reed in 2016 during the infamous clown epidemic. She was actually home alone because her boyfriend had just run out to pick up takeout because they were going to spend the night at home watching movies. But while home alone, she caught this in the glass of her front door. Of course, she was startled at first, but she immediately assumed that this was her boyfriend who was in a costume just playing a joke. So she takes out her phone and she starts taking pictures of this, assuming it's her boyfriend. When her boyfriend suddenly calls her on the phone, she was confused and she answered, to which her boyfriend said that he had just pulled into the driveway and there was someone at the front door in costume. He told her to run to the nearest room and lock the door. Her boyfriend leaped from his car in the driveway, and luckily what he had with him was a taser pulse, and he was able to strike this person from the back and get him to the ground. At the time police came, they realized the man had intentions to enter the home. Try to imagine being the person to take this picture. September 29th, 2015. That was when Elizabeth Brown captured this picture of her walk home. It's not like this was a far walk or anything. I mean, it's a pretty small town, and she would normally walk home from anyway. But on this particular night, something felt off. It was like every step she took, she could almost hear an echo of her own footsteps, like someone was mimicking her in the distance. When she walked into the intersection of West River and Crescent, that was when she saw a tall man dressed head to toe in a clown costume. It was just terrified, but she just instinctively kind of had this notion to pull out her phone and just shout, "I'm filming you, I'm filming this on you."
Maybe it's not that the whole hasn't made it here yet,
just stood there.
maybe it's just
She had
different in
decided that this was no
Slaughter
longer something that was just playing.
Thimble Winter doesn't strike all realms quite the same way.
Weird that Thimble Winter doesn't always make it.
Let's talk about this picture.
In
Captured in
mid-class,
2008 by Daniel Young, this is
effects here appear
proof
far more
evident that this encounter actually happened. So Daniel was a custodian at Myrtle Elementary School where he worked the night shift. It's a pretty routine night. He's just listening to music when he was suddenly interrupted by the sound of a woman's laughter. He turned around and was terrified when he saw an unknown woman smiling from behind the corner. This was a locked school on after hours, so clearly she was an adult who broke in, so he tried to snap a picture to identify her and then chases after her. But when he turned the corner, she had already darted out of an emergency exit. Later that night, police are called to a home where they arrive at a tragedy. An unknown woman had broken into a nearby home when she knifed two parents, one who was the principal of this school, so brutally they were unrecognizable. One of the daughters who witnessed this woman before she got away described her as this person. Could this photo be of the same unknown woman? What her connection is to the school and the principal, we don't know. National parks can be a lot creepier than you might think. This picture was captured by Sarah Jenkins in 2021 in the Sequoia National Forest. There's really nothing seemingly wrong with it when you look at it at face value, and if you look a bit closer, you'll see it. Zoomed in, you will see the face of an unknown man crouching behind a tree, following her in the forest for hours. For context, Sarah was actually way off the paved trail in the forest. She had actually gone pretty deep on her solo trip because she wanted to explore. What's strange about it is that she actually reported that for the majority of the hike, she could feel this odd presence as if she was being followed by something, but she was more scared that it could be wildlife, like maybe a bear or something dangerous. But nonetheless, she just continued in the woods and continued to take photos, and it wasn't actually until she came down the trail she caught this in one of her pictures, the unexplained face found watching her between the trees. She had reported it to park rangers that actually pursued the trail looking for the unknown man, but they were never able to find him in those woods. We're going to talk about this picture. This photo, which is actually pretty recent, it's only dating back to about 2019. The incident took place when 23-year-old Michelle Fareed was just spending the night alone in a motel when she was in between states on a road trip. So she shot out of bed when she suddenly heard whispering that was coming from outside of her door. She ends up checking through the keyhole, but she didn't see anyone, and she was kind of confused but felt comfortable enough to open the door, where she found this hotel card with balloons. The whispering had stopped at this point, but it was still kind of eerie that this card was just kind of hanging in the hallway with no one around, so she ended up snapping this picture to send to her friends. But it wasn't until later that night when she zoomed into the picture and found that this looks like a hand. of a person crouching behind that cart. The motel staff has never been able to identify who they think this might have been. Who was behind this? This was the final picture of Jennifer. And it's also the police have definitively Jennifer was ambitious. She was adventurous. She went on a solo cross-country trip where she would be visiting different campsites. She actually made her way all the way to the Blue Creek Cavern campsite, but she almost immediately went back to the ranger station because she wanted to report this man, this strange man that she saw watching her while she was swimming in the lake. But she does end up kind of laughing this off as if it's not a huge deal, and she eventually returns to her campsite alone. But that same man that she reported is who we believe was seen in the final picture. When she had never contacted her family, rangers eventually searching, and they found her brutalized at her campsite. The phone was recovered, which showed this picture as the 12. Let me explain the haunting backstory behind this picture. It's not for the faint of heart. His friends are thrill seekers, right? So their thing is that they go to explore abandoned buildings all throughout their state in Illinois. But there was one town in particular that really piqued their interest because allegedly it had a madman who was still on the loose. One who police believed was responsible for several bodies that were found in this area, all with their heads.
White people always being stupid.
So they come to this town because they're planning to spend the night in this abandoned hospital in this picture so they can record content. But as the night goes on and things get darker, they suddenly get this feeling like they're not alone in this hospital. But while they're exploring in the dark, they start snapping pictures on their phone to try to illuminate the rooms that they're in, and they finally start to explore the showers, which was where they snapped this photo, which was more than impressive. They didn't know what that was, so they called police who searched the hospital and realized that that's not
What the fuck? Caught up watching that damn video.
Get out, Puff pull out first. You pull out behind him. He blow past the light. I never knew that you could
feel so sad, feel so hurt, feel so empty.
His world, the rock world, and my world were completely opposite. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be listening to rap.
The world of hip-hop has witnessed its fair share of tragedy, and one of the most poignant chapters in its history is the untimely death of Christopher Wallace, better known as the notorious B.I.G., or Biggie Smalls. On the fateful night of March 9th, 1997, Biggie's life was tragically cut short in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, leaving a void in the rap industry and in the hearts of his fans that can never be filled. Lil Cease, a close friend and fellow rapper, was not only a witness to this tragic event, but also a key figure in the aftermath, shedding light on the circumstances surrounding Biggie's death.
Before you know it, a car just rolled up, started popping in the car. Didn't say nothing, didn't yell nothing. Just...
In his account of what transpired that fateful night, Cease revealed that Diddy's car, which was right in front of theirs, he and Biggie ran the red lights, but Biggie's driver was instructed to stop. It is that reckless decision that granted the hitman the opportunity he needed to shoot the hypnotized hitmaker. And Cease is not alone in his account of what transpired that fateful night. Diddy's former bodyguard has also shed new light on Biggie's death, claiming his March 1997 wasn't a drive-by shooting. Gene Deal, who was part of Puff's security detail in the 90s, opened up about the night Biggie was killed in an interview with The Art of Dialogue and expressed his frustration at how the events leading to his death are portrayed in movies and documentaries. Contrary to popular opinion, Deal insisted that the Brooklyn rapper's untimely demise technically wasn't the result of a drive-by, as he believes the K, who has yet to be identified by police, was already lurking in wait prior to pulling the trigger. It just hurts because they lie too much. A lot of that lies the way they put it together, because they are listening to these white boys who wasn't even there, he vented. I don't want to make this racial, but they take these white boys who weren't even there and want to use the stories they want to tell, which is not the truth, he continued. Wasn't no drive-by. The car was standing there at the corner. The stories they tell are not truthful, and now people are sitting here believing. Every Biggie movie that you see, they say it's a drive-by. When the witness tells you the car was stood right there at the corner, the car was probably there all night. Gene Deal also recalled rushing to Biggie's aid after his GMC Suburban had been shot up by the driver of a black Chevy Impala, which had pulled up alongside it at a red light near the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, where the bad boy hitmaker had attended a Soul Train Awards after party. According to Lil Cease and Gene, Diddy knew something was going down. Gene Deal warned him earlier, but he ignored him. One theory that's never going away is that Diddy set up Biggie's because Biggie started writing songs for other artists so that he could get some publishing rights. Diddy owned the publishing of Biggie's albums and Biggie writing for other artists. That was his way of getting around that. The New York native also scouted for talent to put on his Big Beat record label instead of Bad Boy. Why do you think Junior MAFIA signed with Big Beat and not Bad Boy? Apparently, Biggie was doing a joint venture with Lance Rivera and running his own record label. He was preparing to leave Bad Boy as soon as he met his contractual obligations. According to Gene Deal, Puffy and Biggie were not homies. It was never a partnership. That was all for show. The reality was it was a boss versus employee relationship dynamic between Puff and Biggie. And Puff was the boss. Biggie got jerked around the same way everyone else on Bad Boy got jerked around, except Biggie got set up on his way out. The night of his death, Biggie and his entourage went to a Soul Train Awards after party sponsored by Quincy Jones and Vibe magazine at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Miracle Mile. Diddy later recalled that none of his Bad Boy Records peers felt the posh area posed any danger before the rapper's death. Despite the fire department shutting things down for being overcrowded at 12:30 a.m., Biggie left in good spirits after posing for pictures with fans. Trickling into 3 cars Diddy and his bodyguards filled the lead SUV while Big and his crew jumped into a Suburban, both trailed by security in a Chevrolet Blazer. After the bad boy founder rushed through a yellow light on Wilshire Boulevard and Fairfax Avenue, Biggie and his security were left idling on red, sitting in the passenger seat. That's when a white Toyota Land Cruiser wedged itself between the 2 cars, and a Chevrolet Impala pulled up alongside the rapper to fire 4 shots. An hour into March 9th, Biggie Smalls was dead. Among his entire crew, no one was as badly affected by Biggie's death as Lil Cease. The story of Lil Cease and Biggie Smalls began in the gritty neighborhoods of Brooklyn, New York. Both young men came from tough backgrounds, navigating the challenges of poverty, crime, and adversity. Born as James Lloyd in 1977, Lil Cease hailed from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, while Biggie was born in neighboring Clinton Hill in 1972. They were brought up amidst the turbulence of the 1980s crack epidemic, a time when their surroundings were fraught with danger and temptation. But despite their differences in age and background, Cease and Biggie quickly forged a deep bond. Their friendship transcended the typical definitions of companionship, becoming more akin to a brotherhood. They shared not only their dreams of rap stardom, but also their struggles, joys, and fears. They found solace in each other's company and the shared aspiration of escaping the harsh realities of their Brooklyn neighborhoods. Their relationship was built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Biggie's talent as a lyricist and storyteller was evident from a young age, and Cease recognized his friend's potential even before the world did. This unwavering belief in Biggie's talent would play a pivotal role in both of their journeys. When Big started making waves in the rap scene, he didn't forget his friend Cease. In fact, he brought him along for the ride. Together, they formed Junior MAFIA, Masters at Finding Intelligent Attitudes, a hip-hop collective that would become synonymous with the mid-1990s East Coast rap resurgence. The crew consisted of close friends and associates, but Lil Cease held a special place as Biggie's right-hand man. Junior MAFIA's debut album, Conspiracy, released in 1995, featured contributions from both Biggie and Cease. Tracks like Player's Anthem and Get Money showcased their undeniable chemistry. The latter track, featuring Lil Kim, remains an iconic anthem of that era, with Lil Cease's distinctive voice complementing Biggie's lyrical prowess. While the friendship between Lil Cease and Biggie Smalls flourished, the rap world was embroiled in a fierce and tragic rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast hip-hop scenes. The East Coast, led by artists like Biggie and Jay-Z, and the West Coast, represented by Tupac Shakur and Dr. Dre, were locked in a bitter feud that would ultimately lead to violence and loss. Cease and Biggie found themselves caught in the crossfire of this feud. Tupac, a former friend of Biggie's, had accused him of orchestrating a 1994 shooting in which he was wounded. The tension escalated, and Tupac's untimely death in 1996 further fueled the rivalry. Biggie, too, would tragically lose his life in Los Angeles just months later. The loss of Biggie was a devastating blow to Lil Cease. It not only took away his friend and mentor, but also left a void in the rap world that would never be filled. In the aftermath of Biggie's death, Cease faced the daunting task of carrying on his friend's legacy. He continued to make music and remained active in the hip-hop scene, but the absence of Biggie loomed large. Cease's solo efforts, such as his debut album, The Wonderful World of Cicia Leo, were met with mixed success. Despite the challenges, he remained committed to preserving the memory of his fallen friend. He continued to pay homage to Biggie in his music, ensuring that his friend's influence lived on through his own work. In the years following Biggie's death, Lil Cease found himself at odds with some of Biggie's family and friends, particularly Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace. Legal battles and disputes over the use of Biggie's likeness strained relationships within the junior MAFIA camp. However, time brought healing and reconciliation. Cease and Ms. Wallace eventually found common ground, recognizing that their shared love for Biggie should prevail over any disagreements. The rapper's efforts to honor Biggie...
I don't hear that shit.
Left foot!
Right side, brother!
Right side! Incoming! Those things are everywhere. Did they cap those geysers? think we need to get that wheel moving, but the water doesn't reach. We froze one of those geysers. Is there another one somewhere? Hey, did that geyser up there just get stronger? When you froze the geyser, the pressure must have changed for the ones around it. Maybe there's a vantage point. We can get a better look. Gate's coming down.
That's dwarven ingenuity for you.
Back to the boat.
If the dwarves of this realm are anything like Brock and Sindri, it's hard to imagine them siding with Odin.
Well, all too often people are blinded to all but their immediate self-interest. Odin offered them safety, and defying him can be quite dangerous.
Maybe they just need a couple of gods to come along and take the fight to him.
Atreus, that is not why we are here.
I was only joking.
War is not a joke, especially where gods are concerned.
Do you really think Odin would honor his end of the deal? That if we keep our distance, he'll leave us alone?
No. That does not mean I intend to fight him. Perhaps we find a new home, where neither he nor Freya can trouble us.
But once we find Tyr, he can help us fight.
Fight?
That's, not what I meant. Obviously, we have so much to learn from Tyr. Any way he can help us is good, right? Let's just keep moving. I'm glad we're out here, exploring a new realm. Maybe we could just try to enjoy the warmth?
brother, look! That strange bugger popped back out of the ground again.
Too fast.
Then how shall we catch it?
Flank it. Attack from behind.
Good.
You did it. Let's see what it dropped. Father, up there. Grim perched up high! Knock him down!
off your back.